Welcome back to the Pineywood's Homestead, y'all. This is another day off at the homestead. We are leaving Ohio. We're in Bellevue, Ohio right now. Been on the road for about an hour, and we're heading to Michigan. And I'll show you when we get to our final destination here, the reason we have been traveling to Michigan today. Guys, stick around. Thanks for hanging out with us on another day off at a homestead. We'll get back to those homestead videos here right after this one, guys. Hit the old like for us. Subscribe if you hadn't, and if you have, y'all, we appreciate you. Let's get to it. Where are we at?
We are in Petersburg, Michigan.
Petersburg, Michigan, and we are at All Wood Log Splitters with the owner, Bobby. And Bobby has been working on something for Lisa and I to use on the homestead now for quite a while, for several months. But y'all, there are tons of log splitter manufacturers out there. And trust me, I did my research and I sifted through them. And the Lord impressed on me to come to Bobby at All Wood Log Splitters. So Bobby, how long have you been in business right here?
Well, I got out of the military in 2007, so what's that, about 15 years now we started this.
And you are building some beast of machines. Tell me what all you are actually building here.
Oh, we build a little bit of everything. We make splitters from 20 tons all the way up to 120 tons. We can split logs 2 ways all the way up to 24 ways.
And tell me, why did I come to Michigan? Why did I not go with a competitor, a large competitor, a small competitor? Why did I come to you?
Well, we like to think we're a little more personable. You know, we're a small shop out in the middle of the woods. We like to take care of our Leo, as we know here. He's an ex-police officer. I'm military. My whole family's military. We take care of guys like you as much as we can. We appreciate your service. And you know, you can call me at 9 o'clock at night. You can email me at 11 o'clock at night. I'm here all weekend. Anytime you guys need anything, you know we're here for you.
And I'm gonna tell you guys, Bobby has been very approachable this whole time. It's easiest to get him by email because, y'all, he's not sitting at a desk, he's working in the shop, grinding, welding, sanding, painting, doing whatever has to be done in his shop here to get things done. But he'll get back to you most of the time within 24 hours. Don't be surprised if it takes a couple of days, guys, because he's busy. But he gets back to you, he's thorough, he knows he has the knowledge to build these machines. And guys, he's a good old country boy from up here in Michigan.
We are out in the country, there's no doubt about that, my friend.
And I've never been north of the Mason-Dixon line, so this has been a first for me. I always said I'm never going any further north than Richmond, Virginia. My granny said never say never. Here I am in Michigan.
Yes, sir.
Picking up a log splitter. And guys, we're gonna show that thing to you now.
Again, Bobby here with All Wood Log Splitters. We're going to talk about Matt's new machine here. It's kind of a custom build that we did for him. He was looking for something a little different than our standard oak series, something that we could get down in a smaller price range. With the way things are going right now, prices are going through the roof because of steel, engines, anything you can think of. Our standard oak now is up around $10,000, where before it was around $7,500. So we wanted to get into something here that was a little cheaper, still had all the quality parts that we use, but again, something a little cheaper that most homeowners can get into. Guys that aren't out splitting 30, 50, 100, 300 cord a year. So this is what we came up with. It's very similar to our old Oak series. 13 horsepower Honda, Prince 3 spool valves, 5-inch bore cylinder. The way it sits right now, it'll do about 23, 24 tons. We can turn this pressure up to around 30 tons, 29.4 to be exact. It comes with our big 40-gallon hydraulic tank. 8K jack, so you're not going to bend it and twist it up like those little wheel jacks that you see on everything else. Sight gauge with temperature. If you'd like, you can mount a little box on the extra shelf for tools, gas, whatever you'd like. On the bigger machines, you can actually put a fuel tank there. This one has our giant push plate, 17 inches wide. It's 12 inches tall. I mean, the thing weighs like 100 pounds. One of the great things about our splitters is our torsion axle. You can tow this thing down the highway, no problem. You can do 65, no issues, traveled across the country. It's the same axles built in Elkhart, Indiana that you see on all these enclosed trailers. So that's a really good quality of ours. Matt's actually going to tow this one all the way back down to North Carolina. So that should tell you a little something about the difference of ours compared to everybody else's. Big skeletonized log lift, has 48 inches of rack here, so when it's laying flat you can stack a lot of logs on top of here. The real huge difference with us is everybody's going to try to sell you all these wearable parts. Well, with ours you don't need that. All of our top plates, all of our wear plates are made out of AR400. AR400 is a very similar material that they use in tanks, shooting targets, all that kind of stuff. They actually use 500, but 500 is not as weldable as 400, so we use 400. But literally, if you can wear it out, you got your use out, and it's time to buy a new machine, because I'm willing to give everybody a 3-year warranty on all the wear parts, and I guarantee there's not another manufacturer out there even close. They will give you 3 months and then say, hey, here's a bunch of nylon or a bunch of brass, whatever the case may be, and say, here you go. So again, you're not going to find that anywhere else. We use a 4-way on the back, obviously. 6 ways, 8 ways are optional. Ours are fixed. You do not want floating wedges. Floating wedges like to bounce up and down or either slide off. You'll see some people that don't like the old bolt style to come through here on the rear tower, but here's the difference. Now you're adding 2 pieces for strength instead of having 1 wedge up front that wants to twist and turn and do all that. Now you have a 7-inch back that's really hard to twist with those 2 bolts in there. Got your stand over here. Always want to have it down if you're doing anything big or pretty much anything at all. You don't want it to grab, or a log to grab it, rip it off. 48-inch wide grate on this one. Still pretty large grate, but we do make them 54 and 60 for guys that do a lot of work on their grate. Most guys do not. You split, let it fall off into a conveyor, skid steer bucket, whatever the case may be. Again, 3-year warranty. That's one of the things that really sets us apart. You're not going to find that anywhere else on a frame, not even close. You can search high and low, it's just not there. Why we can do that is our frame is made out of 2 pieces of 3/4 inch material. It's really hard to see, but right here's one and there's another. So there's 1.5 inches of steel that runs down the end of this thing. You're going to see very minimal flex. You may see an initial bow for about 1/4 inch, and then all of a sudden it's just going to eat. Where you watch all the other videos, all that kind of stuff, you will see everybody else's machines twisting and moving and bouncing and all that kind of jazz. You will not see that on our machine, I promise you that. They're by far the strongest frame in the industry. So when you look at the quality parts, you got the crazy frame. It's really hard to beat. And you get to come out here to Hillbilly Land out in Michigan and see what we can do.
That was awesome. All right, guys. Y'all are going to see this thing in action a lot, because Lisa is looking forward to splitting some firewood on this thing. And y'all, I'm not lazy, but Lisa needed something that she could pull levers on, pull those log rounds up and get to splitting, because y'all, she's a country girl and she likes to work and work hard, and I don't work with her, y'all. But we have thoroughly enjoyed our time visiting with Bobby here, taking a look at his shop. All wood log splitters.
Yes, sir.
Online. I'll leave a link in the description, guys. We're going to put this thing through the paces when we get home, and you're going to see a whole lot of firewood getting stacked. This has been a cool trip. Y'all, we're going to continue on with our trip. Justin wants to catch that bass that got away last night in that fishing pond and put him on the grill maybe, or maybe some brim or something like that. Seeing a Royal King up here, don't have those in our neck of the woods. Might have to stop in there too. We'll pick back up with you on down the road, guys. All right, y'all, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us for the day. This has been a whirlwind of a trip up to Ohio and Michigan. Started off our trip at White Feather Meats yesterday. That was definitely a bucket list trip. Thoroughly enjoyed getting to meet Seth Perkins over at White Feather Meats, one of the Bearded Butcher brothers. Would love to have got to meet all of them, but I'll be honest, and no offense to the other ones, but Seth is who I wanted to meet. And I really believe that just worked out perfectly. Couldn't ask for anything better. So very appreciative we got to do that. Today we got to meet Bobby over at Allwood Log Splitters. Been talking to him for a few months now. Ordered that machine when I knew that Lisa and I wanted to not only process our own firewood, but start a little side business with it as well to make some extra income. And y'all, I am very tickled with the purchase. Can't wait to get it home and start using that and showing you some videos of this thing in action. So check him out. I'm gonna leave it a link to his website in the description, Allwood Log Splitters. And I'm gonna leave a link to this little off-grid property, 12 acres here in Polk, Ohio, about 25 minutes from White Feather Meats in Creston. If you live in this area or if you don't, man, it is worth it. This farmland out here is beautiful. You see the Amish going up and down the streets in their buggies, working in their fields. It's really cool. And the people here are amazing, the ones that we have dealt with anyways. And I'm a Southerner, and if I'm saying that, you know it's true. Because, you know, us Southerners, a lot of us are pretty biased on where the best places in the world are, and that's in the South. But y'all, they'll tell you, these folks up here near Creston, Ohio, and Michigan, where we went today, have just been extremely gracious. And so I don't have enough good to say about our trip up here. But I'm tired, y'all. You can probably tell it. I'm exhausted. I was working on about an hour and a half sleep on the drive up here. Slept about, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours last night, up early and at it again. And after some hot dogs tonight, I'm probably going to crash and not get up till the sun's shining if I can help it. Had to pass old kidney stone while I was up here too, so that was kind of a kink into action, but it's all right. It's all good. Lord's taking care of me. It's been a fun trip, y'all. A once in a lifetime trip, unless I can talk Lisa into coming back in a year or two. We'll come up here and check out White Feather again and this beautiful farmland that God created up here and man has manicured. It's just beautiful. But guys, I got some coals going, gonna get some hot dogs going, and if I feel like it here in a little bit, I'll throw on at the tail end of this video, some watermelon seed spitting contest between me and my friend Justin. I've really appreciated him coming on this trip with me. He's a hoot. He's fun to hang out with. He's much more of a hoot than I am. I'm much more serious and straight-laced. But y'all, he's a hoot and he's fun to hang out with. So I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of his entertainment, guys. And the little bit of fun we've tried to give to you. Hit the like for us, subscribe if you hadn't. If you have, y'all, we appreciate you as always. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell whoever. Tell them about Pineywoodshomestead. We don't get away from the homestead much, but when we do, we're going to have a little fun. And y'all, we have fun on that homestead, and we hope that we're teaching you some things to grow your own food, y'all. Now's the time. Dig deep, grow some food. Don't trust in anything but the Lord and Him helping you bring some food in on the table if the grocery stores can't provide, or they can't provide at a price you can afford. Y'all, will see you on the next video. Thanks for hanging out with us on our trip.